And the relentless rain is putting crops at risk.
A wet spring is delaying the planting season and threatening the crop's chance for survival later this year. News 13's Ingrid Alstead is in Leicester this evening.
So Ingrid, how long is this delay?
Anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months for some farmers, and that puts the risk of losing crops, but also losing money later this year. The life of a farmer is a game of chance.
You're a farmer. He's the biggest gambler that's ever been.
Each year, hoping the numbers add up right. But this year, it's what keeps falling that's pushing one number sky high.
Last night we had 2.5 inches here. So that's a lot of water.
Rain, and too much of it. Week after week this spring, rain has jeopardized this year's crops, like corn at Sycamore Valley Farm.
Water's a creature of its own. You can't stop it when it gets up in so much.
Like most other farmers in the mountains, the rain has delayed planting season. Here lies the problem. Plants like these peppers here, they're just lying on the ground when they should be inside the ground. Farmers are hoping the ground will dry out so they can put these away for the season.
Particularly like a plant like tomatoes, they really hate to have wet feet, we call it. So, really saturated growing conditions, they just don't like it.
That's if they can get the machinery to work in muddy conditions. But once they're in the ground, the immature plants could be susceptible to the intense summer heat. And then there's the threat of an early frost before harvest next fall. It also means a greater chance for disease, plus a smaller yield for farmers.
Oh, it'll definitely cost us, and anytime you affect the yield, you affect our pocketbook heavily.
That's kind of the roll of the dice you make when you're a farmer. You have pressure from weather.
The dice rolled. The farmers left waiting for a lucky streak. And the rain, unfortunately, is also hurting the hay harvesting. The longer it's in the ground, the worse the nutritional value is of that hay. But on a positive note here, all the rain is helping the grass grow in the pasture, so that's actually helping livestock producers. Reporting live in Leicester, Ingrid Alstead, News 13.